Hello and welcome back to the channel. Alright, last episode we left off. We're leaving right here on the profile so we can do a recap as soon as we begin. We were kidnapped by a group called the Resistance. Their leader, Sachi, was found dead. And I guess it's up to us to find out who it is, of course. I'm guessing these four here, either Akardi, Servan, Margwal, or Iruka, other members of the Resistance. We were, of course, tricked into... It seems like there's some infighting in the Resistance. Last we left off, we were tricked into planting explosives around the city. And we have a bomb collar on that will go off along with the bombs in about 60 minutes, unless we even if we deactivate the bombs, which I don't know about that. So far, the four suspects, of course, are these four here: Akardi, who is some swimming elf. Elves are in this, by the way. They'll never be explained. I probably. We really need to do like some backlore. We need like a Mass Effect codex to have like some background lore of this world, because we just bring in elves and dwarves, and I'm guessing our boy Yuma is a hobbit or something. It's the only way to explain why he's both an adult and like 3'2". Servan, he's the one who made the speakers, so he's probably the one who made the bombs. He might be a assistant. He might be a I'm trying to figure out the word for it. Accomplice. There we go. I don't think it's Iruka. She was a firearm expert, but she seemed to really care about Sachi too much to do that. And then we have Margwal, who is an old man who is like a bitter hatred for Amaterasu. So we're gonna have to find out. And of course, we are on the hunt. We're being hunted down, of course, by Dominica and Gilliman. I'm just gonna call him Gilliman, Rubute Gilliman. Because they think, of course, that we're the terrorists responsible. We also met Makoto Kagasuchi. I'm guessing because he's on here on the profile with Amaterasu Corporation, that by default means he's with them. So, again, as I said, he might be either really high up or a CEO, because it seems like Yomi can't push his shit around. Alright, well, let's get straight into it. We're right here in the investigation. Let me turn the volume down a smidge. Maybe turn the volume down of the music too. There we go. Alright, let's do an investigation.
Shachi's right hand is still holding the gun. Did he shoot himself in the head like this?
I don't think so.
I recognize this gun. It's the one Shachi took out of the safe. I think it was specially made for him.
What's weird about Sachi is he's holding a gun here, and he puts it and he holsters it with his left hand, and the gun is in his right hand. So I don't think Sachi is right-handed. So I'm guessing it's murder, but it might even explain it later that that he's left-handed. He might find that out if we question some of the suspects later. But I think he might be left-handed, because I think it's weird how he handles. We've seen him just handling the gun all the time with his left hand.
Dying to his own gun is a fitting end for a fraud like him. Maybe you should inspect the gun. You might find something suspicious about it.
It's a revolver. There are 6 rounds loaded in the cylinder.
You are an allegedly adult man, and that gun is the size of your arm, bro.
Wait, on closer inspection, one of the shell casings is empty. At the very least, it means one shot has been fired from this weapon.
The muzzle is still hot, and I can smell gunpowder.
There's no blood on it, so I don't think it was used for the shooting himself.
Maybe Shachi really did shoot himself in the head with this gun.
But still, this gun is strange.
Strange? How so?
Try swinging at the cylinder. It pops out sideways.
But he had to be left-handed for that, right? Or I don't know, because he had to be left-handed, right? Because I don't know, because the only time I've ever seen a revolver with a a cylinder that switches out like that was like in the game called Suffering. Even though that we used it in the right hand, it always came out the other side, which always seemed off to me.
See? The cylinder swings out to the right. Regular revolver cylinders usually swing out to the left.
Yeah.
And yet this one swings out on the opposite side. It's strange.
So he's left-handed, so
Now
that's...
that you mention it, it is opposite from normal ones.
Even you can tell that much, huh?
Whoa. What's going on here? What's with the texture bug for the poncho here, dude?
Maybe you held a gun before you lost your memories?
I don't know. I do sort of remember the feeling of gripping a handle and the smell of gunpowder. It was probably just something I studied as a detective in training, though.
Or maybe you're a serial killer, like I said.
For now, I'll remember the gun's features. It might be some kind of clue. You definitely want to remember this.
It's Shachi's body. I think it's still warm. The holes in his temples look raw. There's no doubt that this was the fatal shot.
Oh, leave the body's wounds to me! There's no doubt he was shot. That's definitely a gunshot wound. Bullet penetrated his head and flew off somewhere. Looks like it entered through the right temple and traveled straight through the left one.
That's also... Yeah, so he's trying to make it look like he shot himself with his right hand, even though he is gonna be left-handed.
Are you sure about that?
If you doubt me, why don't you dig through his head yourself?
No, I believe you.
What about over there?
The neighboring building is taller than the hideout. There are no windows on the side facing us, so it'd be impossible to jump over there.
What if they wrote in something that flies? Like a hot air balloon?
The electrical lines would get in the way. Those look like high voltage lines. Touching them in the rain would be dangerous.
I guess we can rule that out then.
High voltage lines between the two buildings, so traveling between them is possible. So, okay, so they couldn't have come from the building.
Open up! Open up right now!
There are still peacekeepers behind the door. Sounds like they're having trouble breaking it down. But it's only a matter of time. I better investigate quickly and get out of here. What's this? Seems like this is an exterior key for locking the door from the rooftop. It's still in the keyhole. Maybe Shachi locked it when he went out to the roof. The peacekeepers are behind the door, so no one could have passed through there after the gunshot.
That's if it's a third party. And what if the peacekeepers got to the roof first? After killing the guy, they went back and closed the door behind them to pretend it was locked.
But the key is on this side. It'd be impossible to lock it from outside after going back in. Besides, there's no need for them to put on an act.
Before we go on, I want to... Because obviously we're going to have it at some point where Amaterasu Corporation is covering this up to an extent. I'm going to go ahead and probably go on a limb and say it was maybe Yomi working with one of these for to try and frame the detective agency survivors as criminals. Because they showed our picture and everything, planning the explosives. So that might be one angle, or might just be gross incompetence on their part. I don't know.
Well, that's fair. Master, you gotta hurry! Looks like it's a dead end.
The roof is pretty high up. It's about 20 meters above ground. Jumping down from here would be out of the question. There's no ledge to stand on, and no sign that something like a rope has been used. Assuming someone climbed down using a rope after the gunshot, it would have taken some time to remove it. There's no way someone did that without me seeing them, since I got up here in 10 seconds or so. That explosion came from over here, I think. I knew it! There was an explosion in the parking lot below. It left a big hole in the hideout's wall, but there don't seem to be any victims. What was that explosion anyway? Could it have something to do with Shachi's death?
Shachi's body was found. There was an explosion in the parking lot below the building. I remember there being a grate there.
There's an umbrella here. It's rusted, so it must have been left here for a while. Could it have anything to do with the case?
No, it was there when we came here already. I remember pointing that out.
There's a surveillance camera set at the entrance and exit of the emergency stairs. The camera faces the stairs, so it wouldn't capture anything happening on the rooftop. But if we check the footage, we might see if anyone used the emergency stairs.
It couldn't be because we came from the emergency stairs.
Then again, I didn't come across anyone when I came up here. I doubt someone involved in Shachi's death would show up on there.
Unless they came up that way.
That should be enough.
Alright.
I think I've checked everything I can for now.
Now, time to close the case. Unfortunately, it looks like a suicide. After all, it was only around 10 seconds after the gunshot went off that you arrived on the roof. If someone was up here besides the dead fraudster, you would have definitely seen them.
You're right. I doubt anyone was here. And if they were, where could they have gone?
Unlike the clock tower case, it seems doubtful a rope ladder was used here. There's no place to hitch a rope and no time to descend. It'd be super boring if the criminal used the same old trick.
We can't say for certain this wasn't a repeat performance, but I think you might be right in this case. So, Shachi was cornered by the Peacekeepers and committed suicide.
I don't think so.
Ah! They've broken through! This is what happens when you're so slow!
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Hey, aren't you the wanted terrorist?
No! It's a misunderstanding! I'm not a terrorist!
He's dead. So you fought among yourselves, huh? Terrorists murdering each other. You're all trash, out to ruin order.
No, I didn't do this!
Save it for later. You have no right to remain silent. No right to an
Death and a terrorist together! Sounds like a dramatic match made in heaven!
I'm not a terrorist! I'm just a training detective!
That's right!
Fubuki! Where are you, Fubuki?
They'll catch up at this rate! We need to run!
There's a fork in the path!
Wait! Stop right there!
I guess we go
What do I
straight.
do? Which way should I go?
Go left, I say. Oh, that worked, I guess. There's Fubuki.
Fubuki?
Sorry, I am currently in mourning, so a passionate invitation like...
Fubuki, it's me, Yuma!
Yuma!
I'm glad you're alright. Are you hurt?
Yuma, I am so happy to see you are unharmed.
Let's save celebrating for later. It's dangerous here. The Peacekeepers are right on my tail.
Oh, then follow me.
Do we even trust her? Are we Metal Gearing it?
Ah, come on! Where could they be? Could that terrorist have gotten away? Guess I don't have any other choice. According to my fortune, today my lucky item should be a fool's right eyeball. Let's see. Now where can I find a fool? You better hurry and find that terrorist, or I'll turn you into my lucky item. Good luck, Dominic. Get going, you idiot!
That was close. Thanks to you, I escaped their clutches. It's heartening to know I've got a partner like you.
Heartening? I was rather heartbroken. No matter how long I waited, it did not seem like you would return to me.
I'm sorry. Something unexpected happened.
What happened?
The client is dead.
Huh?
He was still alive when I arrived, but after being chased by the peacekeepers, he apparently shot himself in the head.
A suicide?
Seems like it.
I'm surprised you can even comprehend that.
Then it is my fault.
Huh?
If I had gone with you, I could have turned back time to save him.
Are we ever gonna get to the point where you tell us why you didn't use it in the first place? To tell us the submarine was gonna explode?
No. I think it would have ended the same way. Everything was already in motion from the moment we arrived in Doya District. So you shouldn't feel responsible for what happened.
Thank you. I feel relieved after hearing that. I cannot help but think I was responsible.
To be able to turn back time means she can even reverse death. That's a huge responsibility. It's too much for one person to shoulder alone. I can't imagine all the regret and internal strife Fubuki must have dealt with.
Now's not the time to get sentimental. The countdown is still in motion.
Right! I have to do something about the bombs! With Shachi dead, I'm the only one who can stop them.
How much time is left?
15 minutes.
You wasted all that time hunting down Sachi, you idiot.
Let us hurry and disarm them.
It's like I said before, you should have gone straight for the bombs.
They
but
say to strike while the bomb is hot. Let's stop them while we still can.
It's while the iron is hot. Never mind. The second location is the cafe in Ginma district. If it explodes, there's going to be casualties. We need to hurry and disarm it.
Yes. Let us do it. Hand in hand.
Oh, now that you mention it, is it okay for us to hold hands as we go there? Just in case? There are still some peacekeeper patrols around. I think it's safer if I can also use the power to rewind time.
Well, if you do not mind. So interesting. Lives are on the line in this emergency, but holding a friend's hand, strangely, it calms me down. Makes me feel like all will be well.
I feel the same way. Having a friend by your side is reassuring in times like these.
You've never said that to me! And we're soul buddies! Let us depart to the cafe in Ginma district.
this is more a quick time event shit. Oh shit.
You! There's the fugitive! Everyone, get over here!
I hit Y by accident.
This is bad. This way!
What's wrong?
That was an S.
Never mind. Just my imagination.
Fine. Let's head that way instead.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
There They're over there too.
Is someone there?
Yuma, there is someone
You
heading
can
this
clearly
way.
see me, dude.
Hey! Over here! I saw someone suspicious!
Yeah.
You just see me right there. How did you not see me?
Fubuki, now's our chance to get out of here.
Right.
There it is. That's the second camera I set up.
If this one explodes, the cafe will be heavily damaged. I may lose my second home.
Not only that, depending on how strong the bomb is, it could affect all of Ginma District. We have to hurry and disarm it.
I think it's gonna be that powerful. It's a small little box, dude.
What? The screen on the transceiver changed.
In order to disarm the bomb, you must enter the passcode.
I shouldn't touch the bomb itself. I can disable it using the screen. Fubuki, stay back. It's dangerous. Please take care of things if I fail.
No, I shall stay here. We can try again, even if you fail.
But I can't control the screen while holding hands.
How about this?
Are you sure, Fubuki?
I have prepared for this moment since our adventure began. Concentrate on disarming the bomb, Yuma.
All right. Okay, no matter what, I need to disarm this before the time limit expires.
Yeah, but if we fail and it blows up, she's gonna just take care of it with her, so it's not like she's gonna be able to use her time powers.
Don't make me a widow death god. Good luck. Oh, calm down. Oh, deep breaths.
Oh shit. Looks like the correct answers in time to defuse the bomb. Incorrect answers are going over the limit will cause the bomb to explode, so watch out. Okay. Let's just do this. Let's just do this here. Right? If we can just, yeah, this is a tutorial. It's gonna be the first one, so let's go through it. Okay, I think I know what it is.
Disarming code accepted. Detonation circuit severed. Confirmed. Detonation circuit severed.
It's disarmed.
I should have seen if we could
Success!
pause it during that.
You did it! We saved the city!
Wait, it's too early to celebrate.
Huh?
There are 2 bombs left. The next countdown has already started.
Oh, that resets our time?
But now the time limit is 45 minutes.
That is shorter than the last one, correct?
It's like a game. Almost like they're toying with us.
It's not almost. They're absolutely toying with you. Otherwise, why make a minigame out of disarming bombs?
What's the chance that all these aren't actually bombs? Just the first one was, and it's just to get the only detective they can find attention drawn somewhere else.
What's their goal in setting this up anyway?
I was given a fake request to set up the bombs, and now they're making me disarm them with puzzles. They knew they'd get even more heat, and yet still issued a criminal declaration. What's their end goal? What are they trying to make me do?
Oh, thank God we got this piece of evidence. This will certainly help us in court.
Yuma, was no one besides your client home at the Resistance's estate?
That reminds me, I don't think there was anyone else at the hideout.
If they stayed there, they would have been caught. If any of the late client's family were about, we could have asked them about the circumstances.
You're right. The Resistance leaders must know something about this. But since they weren't at the hideout, I don't know where to find them. The one named Servan designated the camera locations.
Wasn't there an old guy who owned a shop?
I've tried calling him on the transceiver, but there's no response. I have no idea where he could be.
If they were planning to screw you over from the get-go, then that camera guy must have played a role in it.
I don't know about that. Maybe he cooperated without knowing the circumstances, like me.
There you go, being the trusting doormat. If you're a detective, then you gotta suspect everybody.
Not to mention that he's the one who put them cameras together, wasn't he?
Anyway, let's head to the third bomb's location.
Yes.
The third one is in Kamasaki District. I hope the peacekeepers don't catch us before we get there.
Found you!
No! Damn you!
Throw a brick.
How's this?
Strike! That was a nice pitch!
Now's our
Sat there and
chance.
took it.
You bastards! Don't move!
Damn you! Let me go!
Oh! Hey, wait! Help me!
I just killed someone.
I got him!
Thank you.
How exactly is it these people were able to take over the city without being beaten in the street by the normal people? I think I see normal people get beat each other up with more effectiveness than these guys in assuming their authority.
Come on, we need to hurry.
Right!
Who's there?
Shh! You're too loud. It's me. I finally found you.
Oh, you're back.
Kurumi?
I guess you're gonna be more of a main character than I thought.
What's the black girl doing here? Your screen time's already over. I saw you on the news. You're a terrorist, Yuma?
No! It's a misunderstanding.
I know. I'd never doubt my hero. Why is she so friendly with you? Go away! By the way, Yuma, despite everything going on, you're holding a woman's hand. Guess you're not too bothered by it.
No! This is a formality for the investigation. So
Pleased to meet you. My name is Fubuki. I am Yuma's partner. Partner? Yes. In order to share time together, we clutch our hands tight to one another.
You know, Yuma's bet looks like he's shitting bricks right now.
Until Yuma dies. No, even in death, I am sworn to never let go.
please don't misunderstand. This is necessary for the investigation.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure it is. Look at you! Grinning while surrounded by girls. I hope pervy future criminal detectives like you all explode. Oh wait, you are gonna explode soon!
Ah, right! I need to disarm the bomb.
Huh? Bomb? There's another one?
Yeah, there's one right in front of us.
This is a bomb? What's going on here?
There's no time, so I'll make it quick. And that's everything.
I see. Yuma, you got dragged into a big mess.
I'll actually help you, Kurumi.
You really are a master detective. Trouble seems to seek you out. Everywhere you go, luck goes with you.
I'm not lucky.
Hey, you've got me instead of luck. Anyway, so you only set up the bombs at those 4 locations?
Yeah, why?
Interesting. So the flooding in Marunomon District probably has nothing to do with it.
Isn't that the really rich area?
Flooding?
Just a little while ago, a flood started in Marunomon District. Now it's over a meter underwater.
Could it be because of the first explosion? But the only damage back then was to the phone booth. I don't remember any pipes bursting.
Yeah, I went to see where the explosion took place. There wasn't much damage to the surrounding area. But if it has nothing to do with the bomb, why is there flooding in Marunomon District? Yuma, perhaps our concerns should be for the bomb at hand. I believe we are running low on time.
Right! We need to disarm that bomb right now! Kurumi, you need to get to someplace safe and hide. Alright, let's do this!
Yes, let's.
Oh, goody goody. I'm sorry?
Error. Bomb will detonate.
I missed.
Fubuki, thank you.
But my body.
Are you alright? I'll end this quick.
What was even I supposed to do? I can't even pause it either, so I couldn't even get a good look at it. Alright, so it's not E. ULD blank. R? How is it R?
Disarming code accepted. Detonation circuit severed. Confirmed. Detonation circuit severed.
It's supposed to be up, down, left, right?
I managed to disarm it. There's only one left.
Up, down, left, R. Is that why it was the first three letters were ULD?
Wait, Kurumi, you were here? Why didn't you run away?
I want to do my part too. While you disarmed the bomb, I was thinking the whole thing over. And I'm sure of it. Something must be happening behind the scenes here.
Huh? What do you mean?
The strange request you were given is one thing, but isn't this Shachi guy dying also bizarre? That criminal declaration being immediately sent to the Peacekeeper seems out of place too. All that does is hurt the Resistance's plans.
That's right, but...
When laying out the facts on the surface, if something seems inconsistent, then there must be a hidden truth. I'm just repeating what my grandpa said, but I think it applies to this case.
I see. I can't accept Shachi's death. I I refuse to believe he would try to frame me and destroy the city.
Why?
He didn't seem like the type who'd do that.
You met him like... You only knew him for like half an hour, dude.
So we have to investigate. I'll go and check out the Resistance's hideout.
Huh?
You can't go there. The Peacekeepers are all over Doya District. I'm Kanai Ward's best informant. I'll absolutely get any info that will help you solve the case.
Wait, you can't go there alone, Kurumi. It's too dangerous.
Don't worry. It's not the first time I've taken risks.
Yeah, the last time you got arrested and I had to save you.
Once I'm done, we'll meet up at the hotel in Kamasaki District. The master detectives are staying there, right?
No.
I'm up.
Wait, Kurumi!
Did she not know the submarine was bombed?
There she goes. She sure seems lively.
I'm really worried for her, but I have no choice except to trust her right now. Anyway, we need to handle the next bomb. The countdown has already started. This one is 30 minutes. The time limit got even shorter.
Is the next bomb in a secret shrine in the middle of a desert?
No,
Why would we
it's
care then?
in the shrubbery at Etheria Academy. Let's go disarm it.
That's the last one, right?
Oh, hold on. I just remembered. One of the Resistance leaders said he had a shop in Kamasaki District.
No shit, I said that.
I own a small shop in Kamasaki District.
We might be able to find Resistance members there. We still have 30 minutes, so I think we can make it in time. Should we go pay him a visit?
Of course. Adventurers and detectives both seek out the truth. But where is this shop you speak of?
Wait, what kind of shop did Margala say he owned?
The old guy who said he hated Amaterasu, right? Probably some old guy shop.
Antique shop?
An old guy shop? Let's look around and see if anything fits that description.
I guess it's gonna be the antique store.
Ah!
That was like the first building right in front of us.
See? That sure looks like an old guy shop. I was totally right.
Hey, relax. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to talk.
You're not here to kill me?
Kill you? Of course not. Why would you think that?
You probably think the Resistance framed you.
And you didn't? The request Shachi gave me has made me a suspect for terrorism.
I know nothing about those bombs. I really don't.
You don't know?
Listen, sure, I'd love to see Amaterasu get blown up, but I wouldn't take advantage of someone uninvolved. Revenge must be taken with our own hands, or it's meaningless.
I don't know.
You may feel that way, but other members of the Resistance may feel differently.
You also said you didn't also mention putting innocent lives at risk.
I manage all the funds. If this was planned by the team, there's no way I wouldn't have heard about it. This bombing is completely unrelated to the Resistance. The only possible explanation is Shachi acted on his own.
Was it you? You're either working with the suspect or you're an idiot. You saying he acted on his own would correlate with the suicide narrative.
Shachi? But Shachi committed suicide on the roof of your hideout.
What? Shachi's dead? That's impossible.
It's true. I found his body. The Peacekeepers were chasing him before he shot himself in the head with his own gun.
That's not possible. Even if he was cornered, Shachi isn't the kind who'd kill himself.
Right, now you're going against what I just said.
Wait. Hold on. Did you say with his own gun?
Is there something I should know about it?
I think so. After you left the hideout to do the job, something happened. Shachi had just returned to the office after mediating a fight. After that was done, he put the gun back in the safe and securely locked it.
So what?
You sure are dense. Are you really a detective?
That means someone else took the gun and shot him with it.
What if Shachi's death was not a suicide, but a homicide?
You think someone else took Shachi's gun from the safe and shot him?
If that's the case, there aren't many people who can open that safe.
There's still a chance Shachi took the gun out himself and maybe had it taken from him.
No, the chances are far too slim, because Shachi would never draw his gun.
Yeah, but they get in like a police holster thing when they reach for the gun.
Since the gun was concealed, don't you think it'd be difficult to take it from him? Even if you were up close?
That's true, I guess.
It's true, he didn't draw his gun in front of me. In fact, it even seems like he actively avoided doing so.
The safe was only recently brought to the office. Not many people know how to open it. Only the leaders in the hideout at the time knew anything about it.
Alright, so I don't think it might be this guy. I don't think it's the old guy, because now he's giving me information that's really damning for him, too. If any of this is true.
The leaders at the hideout were Icardi, Servan, Iruka, and you, Margala.
I had nothing to do with it. I returned to the store after you left the hideout and spoke to customers the whole time. If you suspect me, then talk to them. I'm no liar.
So he has an alibi. I'd like to check what the customers say, but... Yuma, we're low on time.
I'm sorry, Fubuki, just a bit longer.
Isn't like a 5-minute like bus ride there, dude?
Margala, do you know where the other leaders are?
I don't know. I haven't gone back to the hideout since.
What can you tell me about the other leaders?
You want me to sell out my comrades?
If one of them committed murder, then they're already a traitor.
If only the leaders could have taken the gun and murdered Shachi, then they're all suspects. If one of them did murder Shachi, wouldn't you want to know? After all, that's why you told me about Shachi's gun, right?
Fine. I'll tell you.
Who should I ask about?
I don't know about Cardi, 'cause we only had like one conversation with the dude.
Can you tell me about Icardi?
He was originally a competitive swimmer. He's proud of his physical prowess and works as a delivery man. I heard Shachi himself invited him to join the resistance.
He's an athlete? Do you have more details about that?
I don't know much more than that, though he did say he was good at any sport that requires diving in the water.
I'm gonna hold off on what I'm about to say here in a second. I'll wait a little bit longer, but I'm starting to think it's a Cardi.
He's also intelligent and good at what he does, but seems apathetic toward other people.
Alright, so let's go ahead. Back. I'm starting to think it was a Cardi. So I remember there being a fucking grate right underneath the roof, which will only explain why there was an explosion and covering it up. Not only that, but we only have like one. Like, we know everything about these guys. We know jack shit about a Cardi. So why would? Well, these two say their same birthday. Is that an accident? Yeah, I don't think it's Aruka because she seemed to really care too much about Sachi. Not only do I think it's not Savron, he might be just an accomplice, but I think he's too short to be able to just shoot Sachi and have like a clear straight line through his head. And Margalo has an alibi, so there's no way. So then he shot him. He jumped off the roof into the grate. He had an explosion, covered the grate with rubble. What is he? It might be more to it, but it's starting to seem like it's a cardi, like straight through. Why else would he be going really in detail about how good he is at diving?
Can you tell me about Servan?
He manages all the mechanical tinkering for the Resistance. Although security devices are his specialty, he also knows how to make bombs.
Bombs?
He originally specialized in them. But I doubt he'd do anything flashy, given his personality.
So it sounds like he's an
He
accomplice.
tends to be a shut-in and was bullied in the past.
I know.
I heard a classmate pushed him into an irrigation channel in Marunamon district as a prank some time ago. He miraculously survived. He was knocking on death's door for 3 days. He didn't speak to anyone for a few years after that. Machines were his only friends. Even now, he's traumatized from that close call drowning. He told me he still has flashbacks about it.
So he's the one who made the bombs then. Is this gonna be explaining why he couldn't be swimming around and shit? I don't see why else he'd be tight spaces, and swimming would be a traumatic thing that we need to bring up.
Can you tell me about yourself, Margalo?
Me? I'm just an ordinary old man. If anything, I was a former Amaterasu employee. I mentioned this before, but I handled the financials.
About the alibi you mentioned. Can you prove it in any way?
I just told you! I was speaking to customers. You want me to bring them over?
No, I don't have time.
Then check the shop security camera. The footage is all here, unharmed. Here's the footage. Take it with you.
Thank you.
Given that confidence, I bet his alibi is legit.
Yeah.
Or he knows we're on the time crunch. We can't waste time looking at that thing, but he's giving it to us to be confidence. Ruka.
Can you tell me about Iruka?
The only woman leader in the Resistance. She's unruly, with no glamour or charm. She has a ruthless personality, too. I hear she was once a competitive shooter. She and Shachi often trained with firearms together. As you know, Shachi never tried to rely on his gun.
What do you mean by competitive shooting?
Handguns, sniping, clay pigeons, rifles. She's an athlete who can use anything. Shachi's gun was specially made. It was designed by Iruka. It's ironic that it was used to take his life.
Alright, so then it couldn't have been Iruka then, because if he's left-handed and she made it specifically the finished left hand, she wouldn't be dumb enough to make it look like he shot himself with his right hand.
Seems like we got some information about their leaders. I want to hear more.
Is this gonna be the easiest case in the entire game? There's no way it's not a Cardi. It all points to a Cardi. I'm gonna say it right here, it's fucking a Cardi. There's no one else it could be.
But
Shouldn't you be thinking about the case after you disarm the bomb? If you fail to disarm it, you'll turn into dirty fireworks.
Right. Let's go and disarm the bomb now. Margalon, thank you for the information. If any of the resistance leaders come here, please mention I'm looking for them.
Will do. At any rate, you better believe Amaterasu's pulling the strings on this one, too. I hope you can upstage them on behalf of
It'd be really funny if he actually wasn't. They were just really incompetent on handling a bomb threat.
Shachi and me.
The last bomb is in a secret fort on top of a snowy mountain.
He says, make sure you avenge Sachi and me, and he just disappears like a ghost.
Right?
No, it's in the shrubbery at Etheria Academy. Let's hurry. We can't let it explode.
More quick time events.
Hurry up and turn green!
Hey! Don't move!
Are we taking a bus?
We'll be caught.
Isn't the bus ride like a 5-minute drive? I would be running instead, you idiot. You only have like, what, 15 minutes?
We have to go now! This is bad! This way!
Touchdown!
Immediately turns to green.
Are you all right, Fubuki?
Yes, I believe I could carry on.
Oh, damn it!
The screen changed.
This is the last bomb. We still have time, so please remain calm.
Goody, 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 goody. This bullshit. 20 seconds to this. What the fuck is this? Oh, you're making a 3D cube. Okay.
Disarming code accepted. Detonation circuit severed.
Thank God I picked the right one.
Confirmed. Detonation circuit severed.
Oh, wonderful! It's disarmed!
Oh, it came off.
Congratulations, Yuma! You have graduated from being a terrorist.
Wasn't it supposed to go off either way?
Wait, is that it? Doesn't this seem too easy? The screen is pitch black and won't turn on. After all that noise about the revolution, there's no closing message.
What is the matter, Yuma? You look like the chief when he misses the chance to have a meat bun.
I'm surprised it came off so easily. I was prepared to be strung along by this game a bit longer than this.
Perhaps this is the fairness and equality that the terrorists yearn for? You won in a fair game. Your opponent must admit defeat.
I hope that's the case.
How is this fair? There's nothing fair about it. You were framed as a terrorist and forced into a game you didn't agree to. Would someone who does cowardly stuff like that also admit defeat so easily?
Why does nobody bring up the innocent civilians that could have been hurt by this?
So you're saying disarming all the bombs doesn't mean our opponent is lost? If that's the case, what was the point of the bomb threat? What was I being made to do?
I'm guessing we're wasting time. So why else would the... Hold on. Truth bullets or solution keys. Is it connected to the flooding? Because why else would there be... There's no way it'd be... There's no way this is not connected. think we should head there
Fubuki,
next.
I don't think this is over yet.
Huh? Are there more bombs?
No, I think this string of terror acts using the bombs needs to be reconsidered. We still haven't figured out the mastermind behind this case.
I wonder who it could be.
So now we face whoever is behind this terror conspiracy? I have been waiting for this moment. Now we are in an adventure detective story. Where do we start our investigation?
That reminds me. I promised I'd meet Kurumi at the hotel. Fubuki, let's head to the hotel in Kamasaki district for now.
All right, and so our investigation adventure begins.
Kurumi isn't here yet.
Wow, I feel much more relieved being back at the hotel. I rarely ever run around like this, so I am feeling quite winded.
Well, let's rest on the sofa until Kurumi arrives. I hope she's okay.
Don't stand, sit on a sofa.
Right by the window, so all the cops can see us.
Yuma! Fubuki! Thanks for waiting!
Kurumi! I'm glad you're okay. We just got here ourselves. How was your investigation at the hideout? Did everything go okay?
Yeah, it went great. Looks like you took care of the bombs on your end. By the way, you don't need to hold hands anymore.
Is she jealous?
I told you, it's for the investigation.
I know, I'm just teasing. Teasing my master is worthy of a vicious boom kill.
So did you find anything out?
I don't feel comfortable for Yuma. I feel bad for him. He's stuck in like this bullshit tug of war between like a smooth brain, a high school girl, and the voice in his head.
The peacekeepers were scouring the hideout, but no one was inside the building itself. It was easy to sneak in, but I didn't find any documents or evidence. Maybe all the important stuff is inside that safe.
Oh, the one that looks really sturdy?
I was unable to open it, but I couldn't come back empty-handed. So I copied the security camera footage. It's the video from the emergency stairs. I saw you in the footage, so I grabbed it just in case.
Or good evidence.
That's great, Kurumi. I wanted to check that footage anyway.
No problem.
No, you didn't.
Informants are all about give and take.
Didn't you say that I was the only person to come up, so there's no way the tape would be useless?
Then how about I take your life? Let's check the video right now. I'll borrow a device from the front desk.
You're just cool with it, I guess? Okay.
The only person in the video is Yuma.
I went to the roof following Shachi. The peacekeepers were blocking the indoor stairs, so I used the emergency stairs on the outside. But halfway up, I heard a gunshot, so I ran up the stairs. That's when I saw Shachi's body.
I fast-forwarded to the relevant footage, but it doesn't seem like anyone else used the emergency stairs. There was one gunshot, and only Shachi was on the roof. He was even holding the murder weapon. Perhaps it is best to consider it a suicide. So you think Shachi was chased by the peacekeepers, thought the revolution had failed, and took his own life?
I disagree. I mean, I thought that in the beginning, but something seems off.
Off? How so?
To start, was Shachi really being chased by the peacekeepers? If he was fleeing them, he could have taken the emergency stairs. The peacekeepers weren't near the emergency stairs, so it was a safe way out.
Maybe he heard your footsteps coming up and mistook you for them.
Even so, killing himself before confirming it was a peacekeeper seems too rash. Besides, I only started up the stairs shortly after Shachi ran to the rooftop. There was still time to flee before he heard my footsteps.
I see. So there had to be another reason he stayed on the roof. But what could it be?
That's the problem, yeah.
One of them is just pretending to think. Oh, right. This is a bit off topic, but I got some information about the flood in Marnamon District.
So he stayed up there, which means he was probably talking with someone. So here's what happened. Ikari was up there. He greeted him, say, "Hey, how's it hanging?" He took the gun from the safe. He then shot Sachi in the head. He then jumped off the roof into the grate. He then exploded the building so that way the debris would crash down onto the grate and cover it up. But why would he do this? And we still don't know the... Like, this is the most... Like, usually when it comes, like, I'm sorry for if I keep comparing this to Danganronpa, but this is basically the third case. The third cases are usually a lot harder. They're not really that great, but they're usually a lot harder. Like, the third case in Danganronpa was, the fat guy, Hifumi and, the hall monitor guy, I can never remember his fucking name, were both found dead, and it was being blamed on, Hiro Hagakure, Yasuhiro. But it turned out to be the gambler. And then the second one, it was, another three-way murder. But the second one was a lot worse. I mean, they're both bad. The first one, they want to make you think that Higakure did it, Yasuhiro did it. But the problem with Yasuhiro is he's too incompetent to pull off something like that. And I think the second one, the person who did it, was like such a clumbering fuck up. Like, there's no way they could have done everything they needed to do in that case. The third one, V3, I don't like V3. I think it's the weaker of the three. But it had like an interesting aspect to it where someone was murdered in the middle of the case. Like, a second person was murdered while investigating the first one. And the person who did it admitted to it, but he was like, "But you have no way to prove that I committed the first murder, which is what we're investigating. Which means that means I'm completely innocent of this case, which means you can't vote me as a black." And which, if that was the case, and it was another person who committed the murder, that would have been really interesting to deal with. Because I don't think that ever happened in any of the other Danganronpa games where someone committed a murder and they were able to get away with it because, like, a technicality, and they like, how would the rest of the group react to that? But then he turned out to still be the killer for both parties. But this seems like a really open-shutting case where it's just Ikari. So no one else could have pulled this off or had a reason to do it. Like, Ikari, like Iruka, she made the gun, and there's no way she'd be dumb enough to have a gun for someone who's left-handed being the right-handed if you wanted to make it look like a suicide. So Vron probably made the bombs, but there's no way he's too short to be able to pull off like a perfectly straight angle shot on someone who's like 3 feet taller than him. And Marwal has an alibi, so it has to be Ikari. It's like the easiest case in the game so far.
There was a wireless bug inside the Resistance hideout, and I heard the Peacekeepers talking on it. The flooding was due to the Ombre Electric Power Plant.
Ombre Electric Power Plant?
Kane Ward's hydroelectric power plant that harnesses falling rain. They say it's a clean, green energy source. It gathers rainwater throughout the city and drains it to the power plant.
And the power plant was also...
Yep, made by Amaterasu.
Who could have guessed an Amaterasu power plant would be a problem right now?
Is that why they're trying to cover it up? Is the flooding? Are they trying to pin it on the bombings that the Amaterasu just fucked up their water plant?
Mysterious suicide, bomb threat, and flooding. If it's all just coincidence, then this place is cursed. Well, to be fair, you're the one who's cursed, Master.
I don't think it's a coincidence. There must be some kind of connection. An Amaterasu power plant. I want to investigate it, but it probably isn't safe.
But it could be related, right? Then we have to go. Yes, let's! An exciting adventure awaits us. That's right, Fubuki. Finding the truth itself is an adventure. Yuma, if you hesitate, the truth will get away from you. Then again, I'm just repeating what my grandpa said.
It's getting really hard to say no now.
Girls bat their eyes and Master is suddenly helpless.
That's not it. Despite the danger, we have to go.
That's because he's
we
stroking.
can't let the peacekeepers pursue us forever.
It's because they're stroking his ego.
All right, let's go to the power plant.
Yes, let us all join together and solve this case. Yep, let's go. Time to head to Marnamon District.
Let's not do anything reckless.
I found you, you vile criminals!
What was the plan here, boys?
Stop resisting!
Whoops.
Fubuki!
Time!
Stop resisting!
Yuma!
You criminals!
I want to say that these quick time events kind of suck ass. Like, not only is it like not really needed, if it was like a hiding mini game or something, it'd be fine. We're trying to sneak through town, but in between guard patrols. But this just makes it seems like it makes it really hard to see these guys as like these oppressive, like a regime fascist group. And like you press one button and you see them like overreacting, rolling around the floor making pig noises, like.
Wait! What?
That's
that was,
enough!
That was close. How'd they get past?
You have nowhere to run.
You can jump.
Give yourself up!
This is bad.
Look!
Right! Yeah!
Let's go!
Damn it! They got away!
Where's your guns?
What happened? This isn't just a flood. It's all underwater.
Is this screen cap worthy? Is this thumbnail worthy? I don't know. Maybe. That's a really big flood.
Looks
Second
like the
floors.
swamps we left. What was that place called? Doya District?
Is that the reason then, or they want the super rich to feel the same pain as the slums as Blight Town?
I know I I have made the same mistake in the past, but did everyone in the city leave their water running? Fubuki, you're so funny.
The people are probably dead and in pain. By the way, she's not actually joking, Kurumi.
I think she was serious.
From what I can tell, there aren't any peacekeepers around here.
I'm sure they prioritize eliminating the resistance over rescuing citizens.
Maybe we should be laughing about it then, Kurumi.
But now's our chance to see the power plant if you want.
The power plant is up ahead, right? How do we get there?
Hey, I see a boat over there.
Maybe someone used it to evacuate. Let's borrow it.
I've never been on a boat before. So excited!
Is a boat really that interesting, given you can float?
It's about the mood. You just don't understand the way to a death god's heart, Master. Master, you gotta hurry.
To the power plant. Hurry, hurry.
Time for the This might be a little tough for you, Master.
Thank you for the boat tutorial. I never would have known how to use a boat before. I never played video games in the past.
Oh!
A number of Amaterasu cars are being swept away too. It doesn't look like there's anyone inside them. Perhaps there's legendary treasure in there. Shall we have a look? A fire might start, and there's a risk of electrocution too. I think we should keep our distance.
That's right!
Good point, let's stay away. This isn't salt water, so there's gonna be a chance we
That
get
is
electrocuted.
amazing! Yuma, you know how to pilot a boat? I'm surprised too. You're amazing, Yuma.
It's a lever, you pull the thing. That's it.
Well, it's pretty much sunk. Are there sharks and whales in here?
Oh!
Board boxes, a desk, a bookcase, all kind of things have been carried away.
Gotcha.
Looks like the whole warehouse of stuff got swept away. Or maybe it belongs to someone in the middle of moving.
I suppose.
I don't sense any especially adventurous this way. So we move ahead, Yuma? Yeah, let's keep going.
Yuma, watch out! You'll crash!
What was that?
It looked like a big safe. There's a bunch of other stuff drifting by, like desks and chairs. I'm sure it flowed out from the flooded buildings. I am embarrassed to sound so naive, but a safe is a box where you store valuables, right?
Yes, yes.
If so, is it safe for something so precious to be floating around here? It should be fine. Airtight safes float because of the air inside. Oh, really? If nothing else, informants sure know their trivia.
Wouldn't it be a smart idea to have it where the safe couldn't float and it stays in place so that way people know where it is?
It'd be terrible if we crashed into it. Be careful, Yuma.
That's safe. I think I saw it somewhere.
The security function makes it the best safe there is. Nowadays, even the bank and other important facilities use it in the commercial area of Marunamon District. It's made by trusty old Amaterasu Corp, after all.
That's right. It's the same as the one at the hideout. It's supposed to be widely used in Marunamon District. Something about this bothers me.
A sturdy safe used in important facilities in Marunamon District, including banks.
We better avoid bumping into the stuff drifting by. Otherwise, we might capsize.
I know. We have no
Shiny.
idea if this boat is sturdy or not.
Shut up, Yuma, shut up. There are bicycles mixing with all the trash floating by. Barrel drums and containers too. The garbage kind of reeks. Let's go already.
For now,
This place isn't very safe. It might be a good idea to leave.
Yes.
Yes, I think that would be wise.
that must be the power plant. All right, let's get going. This is...
It was a drainage pump. The water swept away some pretty huge things.
Oh,
Goodness, I think this pipe just moved.
hey.
If it came falling down, we might be in big trouble. Maybe we should get away from it. Yeah, let's do that.
There doesn't appear to be anyone here. Maybe all the workers evacuated.
There wasn't a blackout, so the building should still be functioning. This place is working hard, even while flooded. I should follow its example and keep working hard too. Hey, I think we can go in through there.
Wait, don't go alone! It's dangerous!
It's all right, no one's here. Let's hurry and check this place out. She is a rather good informant. She deserves respect for putting her life on the line for the sake of intel.
I doubt I could be so bold.
You have to be, Yuma.
Looks like a regular office. Maybe they do administrative stuff here. There's some tea half gone on the table. People must have left in a hurry.
Let's check out this room. We might find out what happened here.
Is this really important?
You can do it, Master! Yuma, take a look at this document.
Emergency notice to all power plant employees?
According to this, 2 accidents occurred near the power plant.
2 accidents?
Yeah. In the first one, the drainage channel that brings in rainwater to Marunouman District collapsed. It seems like there was a separate explosion at the drainage channel exactly when the phone booth blew up.
Another explosion near the water drainage channel. Is that why water overflowed into Marunouman District?
No. If it was just an accident, there'd still be plenty of drainage capacity. The city flooded because another accident pushed it over the edge.
What accident?
There's a reservoir upstream from the power plant. That's where they adjust the water used for generating power. But the valve that adjusts the water flow is malfunctioning right now.
Malfunctioning?
The valve's locked open, causing water to keep flowing.
I see. So they couldn't drain it quick enough, and it overflowed into Marunouman District.
I highly doubt this all happened by accident.
Yeah, there's no doubt this was intentional. But why?
Alright, so I'm starting to think... I'm sorry, but it has to be a car. There's no way. But I'm starting to think Amaterasu Corporation worked inside. I don't know, either they were going to quit him or they were going to pay him to set this all up. Either so that way they can blame the leak, any problem that would happen on a terrorist attack, or to make us look like terrorists. Or maybe they're just really incompetent and they're just trying to put it on us, and it's like a spur of the moment thing.
Better write this down. Attention! Yuma, I believe this is about the power plant, right?
Clean energy by Amaterasu. This device, a generator, effectively generates electricity with rainwater. A tap water reserve is used to generate electricity. The turbines are powered by only natural water flow. It works like a water wheel, making it completely safe. Draining is just under control as needed through generating power, so there's no risk of blackouts.
As far as I can tell, this appears like an ideal facility.
This area is at a lower elevation in Kanai Ward, so rainwater tends to pull up here.
And that's probably why it was the first place to flood. It won't open. It's stuck from the other side.
Maybe water is pressing against the door. The water pressure could be keeping it closed.
Oh, right.
Looks like no one is really here. It must be serious if even the security's gone.
Well, look around. What could they even do?
Is that necessary?
I think that's about it.
That's it? Look around, make sure there's no... Make sure there's no shinies in here.
That should be everything I can investigate here. I think I understand the gist of this power plant.
Arena! Second floor seating! If you see a terrorist, applaud!
What was that?
Oh, they're here already.
Peacekeepers? What are they doing here?
Right, and we can't get out through the door, so I guess that means this is gonna be where we enter the mystery labyrinth.
You are surrounded! Come out with your hands up, and the only punishment you'll receive is a little pat on the head from Dominic's freakishly strong hands! Yuma, what do we do?
We can escape through that door. No good, it won't open.
Master, calm down. Right now, we have to stay calm. You're out of time. The terrorist really is here. They sold out one of their own. That's so funny. You terrorist clown. Look, Dominic's laughing his butt off.
Sold out their own?
We got an anonymous tip you were here. A certain friend was worried about your future. What's going on? Someone from the Resistance reported us?
I'm not sure what's happening here.
Yuma.
Please do it, Fubuki.
Now, don't try moving without permission.
Probably just gonna be when they knock the door down. I don't think they're gonna be able to turn back that fast. Or that much, I guess.
Looks like a regular office. Maybe they do administrative stuff here. There's some tea half gone on the table. People must have left in a hurry.
Or maybe we just
Wait,
come
when
in
did
time.
you two start holding hands? What are you doing? This is as far as I can turn back time. Fubuki, what's the matter? Did something happen?
You're just gonna wait right past that, Wendy?
I'll explain later, Kurumi. The Peacekeepers are on their way. We need to get out of here.
What? I was about to do the old "you are surrounded, so come out with your hands up" thing. Why are you out here?
Damn, we're already surrounded. We have to turn back time again.
Yeah, I cannot. Once I have turned back time, I cannot turn it back any further.
Oh no!
Hello? What you talking about? Now, at this moment, the main focus is here! If this was reality TV, your faces would be totally blurred out right now. Hey, Dominic, you love throwing terrorists in the can, right? We found some terrorists for you to crush. Squish them into cans and ship them off to Director Yomi. Okay? Okay! Sorry. If I was just a bit stronger. What do we do, Yuma?
We can't get captured here. The bomb threat, flooding, and Shachi's death. I have to solve those mysteries.
That's where yours truly comes in!
Yep.
Right. Shinigami, please help me.
You know full well someone's gonna die because of this.
Oh, fine. After all, I have to help when asked. The target is the mysterious death of that Shachi guy. And we now have enough clues for that. Here goes, Master! Are your mind and body ready? Rise! Mystery labyrinth! Oh my.
Oh, time has stopped.
You're not surprised?
Well, this is not out of the ordinary for members of the Clockford family. But who did this?
She did?
Nice to meet you. Apologies for the delayed introduction.
Why, thank you for the proper introduction. Pleased to meet you.
Of course, she's not gonna question her floating around like a ghost.
Low-hanging, spinning butt sweep.
This is terrible, Yuma. It appears we are both falling.
Yes, I know!
Down the rabbit hole we go!
Ow! This happens every time. There's gotta be a better way.
Nope.
Yuma, it appears we are witnesses to a historical moment.
Huh?
I never would have imagined discovering an advanced civilization underneath Kanai Ward. There must be treasures sought by adventurers deep inside.
Yeah, let's just roll with it.
Oh, if I had known this was here, I would have brought along a whip and hat.
Fubuki? We're not underneath Kanai Ward.
Can we just pretend that we are? Because she's not gonna remember this, and two, we're wasting time explaining this to her. She's not gonna understand it. Yeah, never mind. Let's go explain it to her.
And that's what happened.
She's not even paying attention.
That's it!
Huh?
This is exactly the adventure I have been seeking. Hidden treasure inside a labyrinth. Traps blocking our way. Dangerous monsters. This labyrinth is the adventure I was born to take on.
I think that's a bit of an exaggeration.
Did she really not get it? Well, that figures.
So, you must be the god of darkness possessing Yuma.
You got it all wrong. I'm not the god of darkness. I'm the god of death.
She's like our guide for the mystery labyrinth.
Right. If you defy me, I'll abandon you in here.
I see. You're the guide to hell that dwells in the labyrinth. So you are the god of darkness. Then you are plotting to interfere with us. I will not yield to you.
Are we about to watch two retards fight?
She doesn't get it at all.
It's like she's not listening. This is why I hate naive, sheltered skanks.
Naive? Sheltered? Calling me a skank is one thing, but sheltered?
Or you call being called a skank. You're cool with being called a skank, but not sheltered.
Yuma, I swear I shall conquer this labyrinth. I cannot abide this vulgar god of darkness calling me naive and sheltered.
Leaving out the skank part, Fubuki.
Fubuki, please, calm down.
Anyway, Master, let's do it again. We've got to put on a fiercer display than ever before for this sheltered skank.
Fiercer than usual?
Fubuki, just a heads up. Please don't take anything you're about to see in a weird way.
She will.
Master, are you ready to give your life for the truth?
I am.
The God of Darkness was concealing a weapon all along! And yet, Yuma, you have disarmed the God of Darkness and stolen her weapon!
Severely handicapped Fubuki.
Master, we don't have time to deal with this. Just chop her up with a solution blade.
Oh, we should.
Absolutely not!
Here, I spat out the solution keys for you.
You were smuggling that many keys on you? You must be a serial burglar, God of Darkness! Your crimes are far worse than I first imagined!
Seriously, you're such a dumb, sheltered skank. How do you hope to clear the mystery labyrinth like this?
You called me sheltered again.
There, calm down.
I refuse. I do not like conflict, but I will not stand idly by while being insulted.
Unless they call you a skank.
For the honor of the Clockford family name, I must fight.
Sheesh, give me a break.
Now, let's unriddle this mystery labyrinth! Our target is the true culprit who preys on the truth!
I will not lose to the God of Darkness. I will conquer this labyrinth sealed in shadow and find the hidden treasure deep within.
This doesn't look very promising. I can see numbers.
Uh-oh.
It looks like a countdown.
Are we gonna be timed actually
I
in
told
this?
you a million times. The mystery labyrinth is the materialized form of the case from the real world. Maybe this is a recreation of the countdown timer that caused you such a headache.
You mean the bomb? Then if the timer reaches 0...
It'll go kaboom! You and the whole mystery labyrinth will be blown to smithereens!
What's funny about that?
Did you set up the bomb in this labyrinth? I see. A dirty trick, befitting the God of Darkness. Yuma, we must hurry. If we take too much time, the labyrinth will collapse, along with the treasure inside. Let us make all haste to obtain the treasure and escape via waterfall out of the destroyed dungeon.
Wait! It's not safe!
She's really taking things serious.
Jeez. It's too dangerous for Fubuki to go alone.
Anywhere.
Although, maybe not. She could use her ability in an emergency.
Oh, I should let you know. Forties can't be used in here.
Huh? Really?
That sheltered skank is just tagging along inside the mystery labyrinth. She won't be able to use her abilities.
Oh, now I'm worried. Let's hurry after her.
It looks like she's being fed upon by cues.
Fubuki?
Oh, Yuma, take a look at this. These cute creatures and I have become the best of friends.
Those are cues! It's a materialized mystery and... Ah! She's already buried beneath them!
Oh, another round oddity over here?
A phantom!
Found you! You're a terrorist, bomber, murderer, and a maggot who doesn't deserve to live. You murdered Shachi from the Resistance, didn't you? Killing your own people makes you dumber than Dominic.
Why is he wearing whiteface?
I didn't do it! When I got to the roof, Shachi was already dead!
I can't hear you. Sorry, I don't listen to criminals. How horrifying. So these are the Labyrinth's monsters? You summoned such dangerous creatures to block our path?
Think what you want, but you can't move forward until you boom kill these things.
Let us do it, Yuma. Hey, Dominic. You're good at doing laundry, right? Grab a washboard and give their filthy hearts a good scrub.
Just a minute.
Faster shooting Shachi on the hideout's roof.
That might be it then.
How terrible of you to shoot an ally. You even planted the gun on his corpse. All to make it look like a suicide. With no witnesses up there. You did as you pleased. Go die and be reborn already, okay? Safe.
But...
Yeah, I gotta use the...
Just a minute. Faster shooting Shachi on the hideout's roof.
This is the truth!
Does security footage even pick up audio?
No, I'm not the one who shot him! I was still on the stairs when the gunshot went off. The security footage proves it.
The monsters retreated. Yuma, you defeated those monsters! Splendid! I respect you as a fellow adventurer. As a sign of my respect, may I call you the Warrior of Light?
Warrior of Light? Sure, whatever you say. Let's keep going.
By the way, Yuma, why were they accusing you of being the culprit?
Oh yeah, Fubuki, you don't remember the case. There was a murder, and I'm a suspect.
There's no way the Warrior of Light can be a murderer.
I was seen under incriminating circumstances. Not only was I a suspected terrorist, but I was also spotted next to a corpse on the roof of a building.
Was there no one else on the roof?
No one. There was nowhere to hide up there, and no other exits.
Well, that does sound awfully suspicious, Yuma. Things would go much easier if you'd just confess.
I told you I didn't do it! Whoa, what's happening?
I understand now. This place is going to sink very soon.
I know that!
I can float, so it's not a problem for me. But you two better figure something out quick.
I know that too! We just need to solve the mystery, right? This way!
Gun.
That was quite the surprise.
Fubuki, let's go up there.
Huh? You mean jump on it?
It's alright, this should be fine. Come on, Fubuki! What's wrong? You need to jump over here!
I am not very good at physical activity.
She's a coward.
Huh?
I cannot do it. I lack the confidence.
Fubuki, you're an adventurer, aren't you? You should be able to jump this.
Very well. I shall reach out as far as possible. Please catch me if I fail to make it.
There's no quick time events.
Fubuki! That was close.
It's too early to relax. Come on, keep going!
Thank you, Yuma. Something is off. I attempted to rewind time, but was unable to.
About that, you can't use your abilities while inside the mystery labyrinth.
Huh? Is this the work of the God of Darkness? Her frightening power has sealed away my forte?
You lost room with that.
So you finally noticed.
I wish you'd quit trying to make things worse.
With your precious powers gone, you're nothing but a hindrance in this labyrinth. Now stay put and keep out of trouble.
Hindrance?
About the murder weapon. The victim was killed by his own gun, right?
Yeah, the muzzle of the gun at the crime scene was still hot, and I could smell gunpowder. Out of the 6 bullets loaded in it, only one of them had an empty shell. Which means the bullet that killed Shachi absolutely came from the gun he was holding. Fubuki?
I am a hindrance.
What, still thinking about that? You should have known that already. You can't solve mysteries, you can't use your abilities, you can barely move, you've got no courage, no resolve. So yeah, you're basically a hindrance, an obstacle. Now beat it before you drag Master down with you.
True.
Fubuki, are you okay?
I am fine. I can stand on my own. Yuma, I am terribly sorry. From here on, I shall make an effort to not cause you any trouble.
You don't have to worry about it. If anything stands in our way, we'll work together to overcome it.
No, this is something I must do on my own. I must become strong enough to take on the world before I can return to the Clockford family.
Hey, looks like she's getting motivated. Sometimes playing the bad guy gets results.
Playing? But you're always like this.
I am curious. Are you really a detective in training, Yuma? You seem far more experienced with adventuring than I am. You even have the title of Warrior of Light.
You gave me that title, Fubuki.
Master's an expert at getting dragged into other people's business. He's been forced around the block a few times. He's got a great mentor, too.
In contrast, I have nothing besides the ability to wind back time. And my only merit is useless here.
Too bad, so sad. You're not gonna make it through here.
Right, what's stopping me this time?
You're getting real annoying. It's starting to stress me out. Master, help me unwind by turning them into mincemeat.
if you didn't fire... the gun, a friend could have done it for you. You ordered your accomplice to snipe Shachi from someplace else. Your accomplice
Parallel gunshot wound?
threw the gun over to you.
No?
Say,
Oh.
In that case,
Okay, so I guess it is the parallel gunshot wound. Yeah.
Even if you didn't fire the gun, a friend could have done it for you.
But they threw the gun.
You ordered your accomplice
I was gonna say if they threw the gun, then they would have had to
to snipe Shachi from
would
someplace
have hit the
else.
power lines.
Your accomplice threw the gun over to you. You planted it in Shachi's hand. That was your magic master plan! Huh? Where was the shot taken? There's one spot where the shot could have been made. You shot from the roof of the building next door!
I'll slash through this mystery.
the neighboring building didn't have any windows, so the only way to shoot the victim was from the rooftop. But that building was taller than the hideout. If the victim was sniped from that height, the gunshot wound would have been at an angle. But the gunshot wound through his head was horizontal. Based on the gunshot wound, it's impossible for the bullet to have traveled from the roof of the neighboring building.
I get it. Since the wound ran parallel to the roof, the shooter must have been at the same height.
Well, it could be that the victim's head was at an angle at the time of impact. But in that case, we would have found the bullet lodged in the roof.
The monster conjures falsehoods to impede our progress.
But it's strange that they insist it was a homicide. If I'm not the culprit, it'd make more sense to rule it as a suicide.
That's because it is one. They're insisting it's a homicide to cover it up.
No.
So you finally revealed your true nature, God of Darkness.
Huh?
Yuma, do not be swayed by this deceiver. This case is most assuredly a homicide.
Yes.
Assuredly. And what are you basing that on?
The victim carried a gun, did he not? If so, he could have used it to combat the peacekeepers pursuing him. And yet, he hastily turned the gun on himself. I do not believe the victim was so cornered that he would commit suicide.
That actually makes sense.
That's a good point. Even if he wanted to avoid using his gun, he could have at least used it to threaten them.
So it must be a homicide.
No! Suicide!
Homicide!
Suicide!
There are 2 doors?
Huh?
The letters are written in blood. Does Yuma's blood contain holy powers? And it illuminates this cursed labyrinth?
Yeah, just go ahead and start getting him like a Nightwood wire at it.
Yuma, you are more than the warrior of light. You are the holy warrior of light.
Sure, that's fine. Let's focus on this problem. Is this a suicide or a homicide? We need to narrow it down
Homicide.
It is clearly a homicide.
Nuh-uh! It's totally a suicide!
Homicide. Yes.
Right here!
I'm sure this is the right way.
I knew it! This case had to be a homicide.
If it was a homicide, someone else had to have been on the roof, right? But Master, you were on the emergency stairwell, and the peacekeepers were behind the door. Which means no one could have gotten off that roof. How did the culprit shoot the victim and get away? See? If it wasn't a suicide, then what happened? You better explain yourself.
Very well, I shall. I completely agree with what Yuma said.
I didn't say anything.
So what do you think, Master?
You mean why I think it's a homicide? I don't really have a solid reason why yet.
Why'd you choose this way then?
We're trapped!
Oh no! The walls!
Come on, spit it out. The mystery labyrinth won't wait forever, you know.
I know, but
Yuma!
if it was in fact a homicide, there would be some clue left behind at the crime scene.
He's left-handed and the gun was in his right hand.
If I can just remember something.
Oh, like this? Here, this is everything left at the scene. This should be easy mode. I made sure to pull everything straight out of your memory, Master.
I'm sure there's a clue pointing to a...
We do not have much time.
There must be something suspicious. Something that stands out. There has to be a clue. I have to find it.
Gun.
I know, it's this. This has to be related to the murder.
Gun used to shoot someone. This is related to the murderer.
Oh, the wall stopped. Looks like it's the right one.
That is the gun that fired the fatal shot, right? But how can you determine it was a homicide?
There's something unique about this gun. A revolver cylinder normally swings out to the left, but the gun found at the scene swings out to the right.
I see. That is unusual. It is incredible how you even noticed it. You really are the holy great detective warrior of light, Yuma.
It got even longer. Oh, well, anyway. This gun was apparently custom made for Shachi.
Is her nickname gonna be like a paragraph long by the end of this?
The junk shop geezer said that too. How does that prove this was a homicide?
Left-handed.
I don't know anything else about it. I just figured this was kinda out of place. It's happening again?
Of course. You haven't solved the mystery itself.
Yuma, over there! Could you try shooting it with the gun?
I'm no marksman. Oh, but it could work inside the mystery labyrinth. If this gun is the answer... Huh? It's not loaded?
If you can't shoot it, then you're still missing something.
Something? Do you mean like why I think this gun is out of place? I can't shoot the gun until I figure that out?
Well, Yuma, did you solve it?
Yes.
Why was Shachi's gun built like this in the first place? The reason why must be relevant.
Are you saying you need my help to solve this?
No.
Oh, fine. Since you're so good at begging, I don't mind helping you out.
It's so
one
simple.
bit.
It's he's left-handed.
Here we go! Lay it all out!
left.
That's right! Great!
There, problem solved. That could have been anything other than a Hangman's Gambit or a Shinigami puzzle or whatever. Because the question is, what is his dominant hand? You only got two hands, a left and a right one, and the fucking word is a 4-letter word. So of course it's going to be left. It's not going to be anything other than left. It is the most easiest...
That's it! It's because he was left-handed! The reason the cylinder swings out to the right is to let him reload while still holding the gun in his left hand. If he was right-handed, it would be very difficult to reload if the cylinder swings out to the right. If Shachi was right-handed, he wouldn't have commissioned his gun to be designed this way. Which means Shachi is left-handed.
I know.
Look! The exit! You did it, Yuma!
Oh, it worked.
All thanks to yours truly. No, it is thanks to Yuma's deduction.
What? But we'd all be flattened by now if it wasn't for my assist.
It was an unnecessary assist.
I will never believe the God of Darkness could willingly lend a helping hand.
Sure, say what you want. Anyway, let's hurry. Countdown is still going.
Right. It looks like the number's gone down by a lot.
You were so close to figuring out this mystery. Let's hurry it up, Master.
Yeah, got it.
Look! Another monster!
Alrighty, we're here as your official roadblock. Huh? You want to know why? Because the homicide route ends here. That Shachi terrorist committed suicide. After all.
You just told us it was a homicide.
Right, Dominic?
You kept insisting it was a homicide earlier, but now you're going with the suicide theory?
These monsters are cheaters!
Maybe they're cheaters because they're monsters.
Are you defending the monsters? Curse you, God of Darkness! Queen of monsters!
I'm not defending them. I can't even follow this whole monsters and God of Darkness story you have going.
Now's not the time to be fighting!
Bad luck! Looks like it's a dead end! You can't proceed! Because it wasn't a homicide! Shachi definitely committed suicide!
That claim doesn't hold up! No! Shachi didn't commit suicide! All the evidence points to the contrary!
You know you're super annoying, right? Fine. I'll crush you like a bug! So what if the gun was designed? For
Is that
the
it? You say if he was cornered, he wouldn't have stayed on the roof?
left hand. You can still shoot yourself. Shachi shot himself with the gun in his dominant hand.
This is the Shachi was left-handed, but he was found dead with the gun in his right hand. There's no reason he'd use his non-dominant hand to commit suicide. It's an obvious contradiction. When the culprit tried to make it appear like a suicide, they put the gun in the wrong hand, which means someone else was involved in Shachi's death. This death was a setup. It's a hump.
You managed once again to slay the monsters. That confirms it. The homicide route was the correct one.
Seems like it. I guess I can admit defeat here.
Huh? The God of Darkness admitting defeat? Perhaps she has an honest side. No! It cannot be! Could this be an illusion she conjured forth?
You know, I don't really care, so long as we keep solving mysteries. Just keep helping my master out for a bit longer.
Let's carry on for now.
The culprit made a pretty cliche mistake getting the victim's dominant hand wrong.
Perhaps the culprit doesn't know that Shachi's custom gun was designed for someone left-handed. Shachi rarely carried his gun, so they probably never saw him hold it.
Huh, why would he go through the trouble of getting a custom gun that he never intended to use? Deep down, do you think he was just like any other violent terrorist?
Maybe the gun was a gift.
A gift? From whom?
A woman named Iruka manages the Resistance's weapons. She was the one who designed it.
Gifting a gun is so romantic. It delights my adventurer's heart.
It does?
Well, thanks to the culprit's mistake, we now know this was a homicide. But we still have a lot of unanswered questions.
Where the culprit shot Shachi.
Yep. Even if this case is a homicide, that's still a mystery.
No, it's not.
But if you know it was, in fact, a homicide, then the answer has to be here. I have no idea what it could be, but I am confident that you can discover the answer. For you are he who tames the God of Darkness, holy great detective warrior of light Yuma.
How long is my name going to get?
I said the same thing, Yuma. Yes.
Right here!
That was the right answer, but... if he was shot on the roof, doesn't that mean the culprit was also on the roof?
The culprit placed the gun in Shachi's hand to make it look like a suicide. That means they had to be there in person. The culprit was definitely on that roof.
Alright, guess I gotta go this way then.
But Yuma, you said nobody was there when you arrived.
That's what we have to figure out now. When I heard the shot, I was halfway up the emergency stairs. It took about 10 seconds to reach the roof. And in that time, the culprit vanished like a cloud of smoke from the scene.
Where could the murderer have gone?
I already know where he went.
This is...
We're back at the crime scene.
Follow the culprit's escape route?
You need to escape in the same way the culprit did after committing the crime.
Though it is fairly high.
There's nowhere to hang something like that onto. Plus, from this height, it'd take a while to get all the way down like that. It'd be tough for someone to get down and gather their equipment in the short time it took me to reach the roof.
You probably couldn't jump down onto a mat from this height either. You'd die no matter how you landed.
Besides,
I guess we're gonna have to do a thing where she get punched in the face. There's always this do a flashback. Let's see where we are.
Is it easier to imagine using a rope or some other tool to escape to the neighboring building? Or perhaps they used a hot air balloon? The culprit must be quite the adventurous thrill-seeker.
Nope.
but those high voltage lines would get in the way. You'd never reach the next building without touching them.
Oh, so the culprit is not an adventurer?
That's what you're disappointed about?
Is it easier to imagine that the criminal simply went back inside through this door?
No, that's impossible. At the time of the incident, the peacekeepers were on the other side of it.
I see. If the culprit had gone inside through here, they would have been apprehended by those peacekeepers.
Well, it's safe to say this wasn't the escape route.
Ah, so the culprit escaped via the emergency stairs. As the culprit was in a state of emergency, it is only natural that they would make use of emergency stairs.
Wait. Master was up ahead, right? There's no way the culprit could have escaped without bumping into him.
What are you saying? Yuma is right here, is he not?
I mean, when the crime happened. Jeez, this sheltered skank and her empty head are killing me here.
Yet again, you called me sheltered.
Not skank.
Hey, I'm just telling it like it is.
Sheltered this, sheltered that.
You're sheltered and a skank.
I have never even seen a
When are
shelter,
you gonna start
let alone
trying?
been in one.
Aren't you
Skank is acceptable,
Is it
but
gonna be anytime
sheltered
soon?
crosses the line. Please
Tell
stop
me.
calling me that.
Well,
I have had enough.
I don't know if the culprit realized I was there. The footage from the security camera positioned here didn't show anybody around, which makes it hard to imagine that the culprit escaped from here.
Yuma, this is bad. We have reviewed all the possible escape routes.
And yet, we can't figure out how the culprit got off the rooftop.
Mysterious.
This isn't funny! At this rate, we'll run out of time!
What are we supposed to do?
There's no other way besides finding the culprit's escape route. That's how it is in the mystery labyrinth.
Hello?
Where are the entrances for cast members and the hidden entryways for maintenance crews?
This isn't an attraction at some theme park.
Well then, why do you hunt Yuma if you cannot even do your job and guide him? A god of darkness who cannot guide you is just a directionless god of darkness.
I have no idea what you're talking about. You're a stupid, sheltered skank that's completely useless.
You called me sheltered again! How many times is that now? Let's see. After the number 3 comes...
Seriously, are you
Be
dead?
quiet, please!
Is his head on right? When are you gonna start being useful?
I feel much better.
Together already.
Just how many insults
What's with
do
the
you
culprit
intend to
family
hurl
thing
at me?
anyway?
Yes, that is
For a long
obvious.
time,
I'm not able to
it's
use my
completely
powers here,
useless
but
in
at
the
least I
mystery
can be by
labyrinth, you
Yuma's
know.
side.
culprit must have been on their roof when they committed the crime. They escaped somehow. How? There aren't any other clues at the crime scene. Wait, if nothing was there... What if the culprit destroyed evidence?
What? Destroyed evidence? Then leave it to yours truly. I'll wring it out of your mind, Master!
They exploded the thing and it covered the vent.
You're going to recreate the crime scene again?
If you don't remember it, then I've got no choice. I'll make it a gentle beating this time around. So, which memory do you want beaten out of you?
How about when Shachi first called me up to the rooftop? The culprit wouldn't have done anything to the scene yet. I can even compare it to when I found the corpse.
Alright, leave it to me!
What is this daunting aura I sense? What are your intentions here?
It can't be!
Are you alright, Yuma?
I'm in so much pain. I feel like I'm gonna pass out.
The corpse is gone, but nothing else has really changed about this place. I believe all that happened was you were assaulted, Yuma.
Not much time passed between when you first reached the rooftop and when you discovered the corpse. If nothing changed, then there are no clues here for you to use.
Hang on. There must be something. Something that the culprit destroyed to cover their tracks.
I wrenched this memory out of your tiny brain, so you don't have much time left to look around. Your time limit is until the pain in your head goes away. You better hurry up and investigate.
You told me that already.
Got it. I'll hurry. It seems like there's no place to hang a rope off of. There's nothing of note on this side of the wall. What is that? A storm drain?
Yeah, there it is.
Has that always been there? Oh, right.
Yes.
The explosion. The explosion that happened right after I found the body must have buried it in rubble. So the drain was covered after a mysterious explosion.
Find anything, Master?
Yeah, I might have found a clue that shows how the culprit escaped.
Really? You did it, Yuma!
Mystery phantoms!
Chirp, 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 chirp. I was curious what all the tweeting was about. You're still fantasizing about all this nonsense? He committed suicide! There's nobody to pursue! After all, there's no place a culprit could run to. No one can run off a rooftop!
No one could escape the rooftop.
Which means if you can disprove that, then we'll defeat them and press forward. What's with these weirdo fantasies? I'm saying Shachi committed suicide! You're such a maggot! There is no other culprit.
No one could have left that rooftop.
Whoa.
That claim doesn't hold up! No, there is a culprit! There's a way to escape from the roof, too!
Ugh, such a drag. You're still talking about that? What a downer! The culprit had to be on the roof if it's not suicide. So, where did the culprit go? You can't escape through the roof's door! You can't escape through the emergency stairs! Or was the culprit on the roof the whole time? All impossible! There's simply no place to run!
Slash through this mystery! No, there is a way out. The drain directly below the rooftop.
Don't let any shady statements slip by.
I'm gonna pick out which one. It's nice for the tutorial to give you the answer.
Green? Powder? What's that got to do with green from the roof? How did the culprit escape? Go ahead and try answering that!
With this, I'll expose the truth. That's right! The culprit dove into the drain from the roof! That was the culprit's escape route!
They disappeared, but to leap into a storm drain from atop a roof? Is such an adventurous stunt truly possible?
Yes.
I wasn't sure about that as well. But if the explosion was used to destroy evidence, I think that has to be the case. The culprit opened the storm drain's grates beforehand and jumped from the roof right after committing the crime. The Doya district was flooded, so naturally the drain would have been filled with water. Then, the culprit swam away.
It would only take a few seconds to escape the roof that way. So the culprit used a bomb to blow up the area, which covered up the evidence of their escape.
Why? We defeated these monsters already!
The problem here was follow the culprit's escape route.
So we have to leap into the drain just like the culprit did?
I have to jump from up here? And now more drains have suddenly appeared! What is happening?
Choose the right one to jump into.
Master, you have to make up your mind and jump!
Oh, she's spinning around again. This is leader.
We actually made it.
I felt as if my heart would jump out of my chest. But we managed to get down.
How are you not throwing up, Fubuki?
It's not over yet. Look over there! Looks like all the suspects are here!
Must we fight all of them? Even Yuma cannot face 4 foes at once. They fled!
Then we better chase after them.
Chase scenes are common in adventures, but are you certain the culprit is among them?
There are only two ways the culprit could get a hold of Shachi's gun, the murder weapon. Either steal it from the safe or get it from Shachi himself. In any case, the only ones who could have done it are members of the Resistance.
Is it possible the culprit took the victim's gun by force? If so, a complete stranger could have done it.
But if someone tried to take his gun, I'm sure Shachi would have drawn it and threatened them. If so, the culprit would have realized their target was left-handed.
I see. That would conflict with a cover-up attempted at the crime scene.
Also, the culprit issued a proclamation on behalf of the Resistance against the Peacekeepers.
The fucking old man's run cycle.
At the time, I didn't understand why it was sent to the Peacekeepers. But it must have been to corner Shachi by steering the Peacekeepers toward the hideout. The culprit then ambushed him when he arrived on the roof.
Which means the culprit anticipated the target fleeing up there.
Perhaps it was a planned escape route the Resistance had decided on beforehand. If they fled using the emergency stairs, it would be easy to shake off pursuers. As a matter of fact, the Peacekeepers were held up there. If he hadn't been killed, he would have escaped.
So all of it was calculated. Whoever it is, they are truly frightening. And that culprit is among them?
If we organize all the clues we've got so far, we can narrow down who the culprit is.
But how long will they keep running? At this rate, there's no end in sight.
Master, over there!
A giant water tank?
In here, you always find the culprit if you keep solving mysteries. So the only way to catch up to them is to solve mysteries!
Huh?
Come on! I'm counting on you, Master!
Got it!
Be good at swimming.
In order to commit this crime, the most important requirement is to be an excellent swimmer. Jumping from that height into a storm drain would also require training and experience. Maybe they had high diving experience through swimming competitions.
We finally caught up!
The truth is crystal clear. The one who murdered Shachi...
Pretty simple.
I wouldn't kill anyone!
There's no way I could kill Shachi.
I haven't done anything.
I didn't kill anyone!
I wouldn't kill anyone!
I didn't kill anyone!
Yes, you did.
It's you, Icardi! You took advantage of your swimming skills to murder Shachi!
Huh? What? No! That's insane! I'm not the culprit! That's bullshit! I didn't kill Shachi! I'm not the culprit!
Such a foreboding presence. Is this the true identity of the final monster protecting the hidden treasure?
But most of the mystery has already been solved. This is just its last stand. Master. Let's solve this thing once and for all.
Right.
He's a good swimmer. Integration, which caused him lasting trauma. An alibi. Okay. So it might be one of these three. I don't think it's gonna be just talent. So,
I'm not the culprit. Where's your evidence? There are other resistance members. I know. Margala is the culprit. Margala shot Shachi on the roof.
nope, alibi.
Margala has an alibi. It's impossible for him to have done it.
So okay, so might be Ruka's gun design or Savant's traumatic experience.
It's not Margala. Then Iruka is the culprit.
Okay.
Iruka knows a lot about handling guns. She killed Shachi!
No, that's not it.
Say.
That's right.
Yeah, you murdered. Yeah, I got it.
It's not Margala. Then Iruka is the culprit. Iruka knows a lot about handling guns. She killed Shachi! And made it look like suicide!
There you go.
Flash through this mystery. Iruka designed the handgun, so she knew Shachi was left-handed. She never would have made that mistake faking his suicide.
It can be a traumatic experience for
It's
Savant.
not Margala. It's not Iruka. But you still can't say I'm the culprit. The culprit is Servat! He killed Shachi on the roof.
Fuck.
And messed with the corpse. Then escaped through the drain.
This is the truth. Servat was traumatized after once nearly drowning, so there's no way he would have dove into a drain.
Yuma, you did it! You defeated the monster! Huh? But what about the treasure?
That's strange. We found the culprit and also cut down his excuses.
His reason.
But the truth still hasn't appeared. Where is the real culprit's soul?
Also, the countdown hasn't stopped yet. It went down by a lot again.
Perhaps there is a secret final boss in this labyrinth? Wait, I know. It's...
Stop. If anything, I'm the secret protagonist.
Moving on. This means we haven't revealed the truth of this mystery labyrinth. Maybe it's because we don't have a solid overall picture of the case.
The overall picture?
There's no mistake that Ikari made Shachi's murder look like a suicide, but we don't know why he did it. If he wanted to kill him, there are simpler ways to do it.
Exactly.
Why bring the Peacekeepers into this?
So we need to find the motive. As long as that's an unknown, we won't reach the truth.
The water is flowing somewhere.
Oh, so it is. I wonder where it is heading.
The water flows somewhere. If the mystery labyrinth is a reflection of reality, the flow of water may have some significance.
Then let's see where it leads us. This could be the path to the hidden treasure.
You know, this case seems to involve water an awful lot. The slums where the crime took place are flooded, like the entire commercial area.
Right. Given that, the truth should be wherever the water leads. A dead end? And this countdown timer, looks like it's linked to that countdown, and it's dropping by a lot.
Hey, Master?
Red wire.
Maybe this isn't a dead end. Maybe it's a giant bomb.
Huh? What?
Oh my!
Oh shit, it looks like
What
a bomb.
a big, breathtaking bomb! I cannot help but be impressed.
You shouldn't be!
I'm sure this is the heart of this mystery labyrinth. So there's only one thing left to do. Master, you just gotta defuse this bomb too, like how you did in the real world.
This giant bomb?
Solving a bullshit puzzle?
If you can solve the mystery, the bomb will stop ticking. So really, it's no different from what you've been doing.
Good luck, Yuma. I am confident that you can do it. For you are the elite bomb diffuser, he who tames the god of darkness, holy great detective warrior of light, Yuma.
Surprised you can remember all that.
You'll be fine, Master. You've got the best mentor there is.
Okay, I'll try.
Distraction.
Seems like that was correct, yet the countdown has not stopped.
That has to mean they're...
You mean the diversion. What does it mean?
Since they made me defuse the bombs, the culprit's goal wasn't destruction. They just wanted to frame me as a terrorist to put the Peacekeepers' attention on me. That's why they set up such a complex, time-consuming puzzle that had me running all around Kanai Ward.
I meant I just wanted to know the definition of the word diversion.
What? I have to start there?
Look, you can find her a dictionary later. For now, you gotta defuse that bomb.
Right.
I apologize, Yuma. If only I could use my forte.
There's no need to apologize. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here right now.
Yuma.
Master, you're too reliant on others. It's about time you start doing things on your own. Well, I'm sure you can do it. I believe in you.
You believe? The god of darkness believes in Yuma?
That makes me a bad guy then.
Focus! You're out of time, Master. Defuse this bomb!
Flooded the district.
Yes! The countdown stopped! You defused it!
Great work, Yuma!
So the culprit's real goal was to flood Marunouman district. They used the bomb threat to draw the Peacekeepers' attention toward me. Meanwhile, the culprit sabotaged the valves of the power plants and the reservoir to flood Marunouman district.
But what's the point in doing that?
Perhaps they wished to sow chaos throughout the city. The resistance was challenging the Peacekeepers.
Then why not just detonate the bombs? A lot simpler than flooding the place.
It's true. If their goal was to cause chaos, they could have just used the bombs. Considering that, the culprit must not have wanted to destroy the place.
There! We finally cornered you!
Wait! Please hear me out. This was Shachi's wish.
Shachi's wish?
Shachi was always fighting for the sake of Kanai Ward. He wanted to close the gap between the rich and poor. Wanted to reduce the suffering of children. This mission was to flood Marunamon district to send the rich a message.
And why you kill him then?
But flooding the place is just terrorism. It would only make them angry, not actually accomplish anything. So Shachi decided to offer up his life. He wanted me to kill him, to make it look like the peacekeepers did it.
You're a phantom, so why are you telling me this?
Shachi gave his life for this mission. If you expose the truth, this would all be for nothing. Are you really going to disregard his dying wish? And his sacrifice? Now that you see the truth, please, just leave!
Very well. I understand your circumstances. We shall take our leave.
No.
That's a lie! Shachi didn't want this!
What? How would you know? You know nothing about the Resistance!
That's true, we only knew each other for like 2 minutes.
I've heard him speak! Shachi valued human lives more than anything!
We knew him for less than an hour.
Resistance isn't a terrorist group. We don't kill people. We won't fight them with violence. It would only lead to more lives lost. We're gonna take them down the right way. The Resistance are not terrorists.
Shachi wouldn't resort to something as foul as this! Sacrifice? Dying wish? How dare you lie about that?
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
You'll pay for this. I'll expose the truth and defend Shachi's honor!
By murdering you.
Truth, Master!
Not stupid! No! I can do it! Shut up! Get away from me! That's bullshit! Stop! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Damn it all! Go away! Stay away from me! Stop! 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 You're an outsider! What do you know? You have no idea what we went through in the slums! This is a declaration of our beliefs as part of the Resistance! We have to defeat Amaterasu Corporation! That's why we plunged the city into chaos! Shachi gave up his own life for that! This is what Shachi wanted! Shachi told me to do it! This was all to defeat Amaterasu Corp. We were in a noble battle to end the disparity between rich and poor!
Oh god.
You're wrong!
Got the bombs.
Come on!
No? Would the bombs be proof?
Say!
That's right!
is the truth of the case. Your plan has nothing to do with Shachi or the Resistance. You just wanted to take the safes!
Huh?
Many facilities in Marunouman District use safes made by Amaterasu Corporation, including the bank. These safes are completely airtight, and they can actually float on water.
Oh! We did see some safes floating around Marunouman District.
The culprit knew they could float, and planned to exploit that to steal all the safes from the bank. The safes would normally be too heavy to move, but they'd be easy to take if they were floating.
So, it was a bank heist?
Yes, that's right. That's the truth behind this case. You took advantage of Kanai Ward's unique features in your plan to rob the bank. This isn't what the Resistance believed in. In fact, you took advantage of their beliefs.
It was all for money.
You did it, Master. Now that we've exposed the truth of this case, we just need to finish off that filthy criminal.
Right. Let's finish this. For Shachi! Let's go, Shinigami! I'll charge my solution blade with the facts of this case!
Not see him like like that. And you see him getting shot, but you see him leaning to the right, but then just lands straight on his back. That makes no sense. He had to have an accomplice, because there's no way he made the bombs himself.
Step right up, step right up! A bomb scare, a flood, and a suicide to throw the whole town into chaos! Truth bombs are about to be dropped! Time for the deduction denouement!
It all started with a request from the Resistance. Shachi asked me to set up security cameras around the city.
You got those cameras from someone by the name of Servon. But they had bombs inside them.
I had no idea, so I set up those camera bombs all around the city. The culprit hijacked Shachi's original plan and conducted a series of crimes. The bomb set up in the phone booth of Marunouman District exploded first. Luckily, there were no casualties. But the culprit also bombs the draining Marunouman District at the same time.
Someone snitched and said you were responsible, but that must have been the culprit too.
Since the Peacekeepers' eyes were on me, it made it easier to pull off the rest of their crimes. The culprit took Shachi's gun and went to the roof of the Resistance hideout in Doya District.
Shachi followed soon after. I saw him being chased by the Peacekeepers. The culprit was waiting there to ambush him.
I was heading up the emergency stairs to the roof, but along the way...
Bang! We heard a ringing gunshot!
Shachi was ambushed by the culprit and shot to death. Once it was finished, they placed the gun in Shachi's right hand to make it look like a suicide.
But it was actually a left-handed gun! Getting caught because of your own cover-up is borderline weak sauce!
Why borderline? With their cover set up, the culprit jumped into the open drain and escaped from the roof unseen.
I thought it was impossible to jump off the roof. But the area was already flooded, so the drain was filled with water.
Right after the escape, I arrived on the rooftop and discovered Shachi's body.
And kaboom! The hideout exploded!
The drain was buried in the rubble from this explosion. A bomb had been set in advance to hide the killer's escape. After that, we all went around town trying to defuse the bombs. The culprit took advantage of the chaos to open the valve of the reservoir upstream from the power plant.
Since the drain had been dammed in the explosion, when all that backed up water had even more added to it, Marunamon District became totally drenched and shitty.
Right, it became a drenched city. Marunamon District is now flooded, and many facilities have safes made by Amaterasu Corporation. The banks are no exception.
These safes are heavy and difficult to move, but because they're so airtight, they can float on water.
As a result, they all floated out of the flooded banks. Collecting these safes was the culprit's true goal.
Sinking an entire district just to be a small-time looter. I can't tell if the guy thinks big or small.
The only ones who could commit these crimes were the resistance leaders with access to Shachi's gun.
And only one guy was a good enough swimmer to dive right into the drain.
Shachi really did try to save the city. But the culprit not only took over his plan, but killed and framed him.
This criminal lost his pride and dignity as a member of the Resistance, becoming nothing more than a money grubber. And his true identity is...
Hey, Cardi! It was you!
Finished!
I hate this city. I was sick of all of Shachi's idealistic nonsense. Fighting the Peacekeepers wouldn't have changed anything. That's why I was gonna take the money and get out of here. It's this city that's wrong. This rotten place.
Is this the hidden treasure? It is far different than what I was imagining.
I think so. I felt the same way when I first saw one.
So, this is it. I was not much help after all. I relied on you the entire time, Yuma.
That's not true. You're a great partner, Fubuki.
Really?
Yeah, really.
I am grateful grateful to have joined you on this adventure, Yuma. I think it helped me grow as a person. Just a little bit.
Well, you are gonna forget all of it soon. Huh? What?
I am sorry for being so rude to you.
What?
I assumed you were a vulgar god of darkness, based solely on your looks.
Yeah, that's pretty rude of you.
But now I realize that you have been a wonderful guide. When you said you believed in Yuma, I realized there was a
She called Wendy ugly, by the way. Just a reminder.
bond of trust between the two of you. And now, frankly, I adore you. Please consider being my friend.
You're gonna forget it all anyway.
Yuma, while I may be ignorant and naive, one day, I hope to be a great adventurer and detective, just like you, the labyrinth-delving elite bomb diffuser, he who tames the god of darkness, holy great detective warrior of light. You truly are amazing, Yuma.
That title is getting way too long.
Agreed.
Enough chit-chat. It's time for the part you've all been waiting for.
Yep.
Huh? What is it? What is about to happen? Wait a minute. Do you mean we are going to leap into the basin?
No. It's time to boom kill the bad guy. Surging bloodlust. Overflowing despair. The brilliant soul of Shinigami shall expunge this cursed case. Death to all deplorables. Ruin to the vile mystery labyrinth.
We've returned from the mystery labyrinth, but we're still in grave danger. How do we get out of this?
Master, now that I think about it,
There's no way out of this.
the culprit isn't here, so there's no way you can prove your innocence.
Yep.
Solving the mystery labyrinth doesn't help in this situation one bit.
Come on! Why do we do all that work to discover the truth?
Yeah, why did you, Yuma?
That is what it is. Never give up, Master.
But this time, we're done for.
Now, Dominic, go nuts and crush their little heads.
Oi.
What?
That's enough.
I guess you're alive.
Sorry to keep you waiting, my man. You too, princess.
Took you long enough.
Tsuhiko! Halora!
The both of you are safe.
What do you think of my grand entrance? Fitting for a charismatic leader, no?
Master detectives with the same! Unlike a certain trainee.
Hey, big guy! You're messing with the wrong dude. The criminal you're looking for is right here.
What?
That's...
There he is.
Chief Yako! And,
Vivia, did you forget already? I haven't had much screen time, and
My name's hard to remember, so I don't blame you.
I was worried about you, Fubuki. And the training too, I guess.
What you guess?
I'm kidding, just joking around.
Everyone is safe. Oh, what a relief.
Wait, you're gonna cry? Master, you're gonna cry?
Where did you all come from? You know what'll happen if you interfere with the peacekeepers!
Like I said, you're messing with the wrong dude. The ones who planted those bombs were the resistance people on that boat over there. Too bad one of them died from a heart attack. I have no idea why, but if you run an autopsy, you'll find that the cause of death wasn't a homicide.
In other words, Yuma is innocent. Or do peacekeepers punish the innocent?
You can prove his innocence?
You heard her. You got something to say?
I was threatened by Hikari to make those devices. I didn't know what was going on.
I don't believe it.
It's true! I didn't know about the bank robbery, and I didn't think that would happen to Shachi! It was all set up by Hikari! Please! I'll confess everything I know! Please spare my life.
We captured them on a boat in front of the bank. Safe deposit boxes owned by the wealthy were floating nearby. They were caught red-handed. One can conclude that the events in question were all part of a bank robbery planned by Icardi.
The leader of the resistance was also murdered to pin the crimes on him.
After stealing the safes, they were planning to leave Kanai Ward via the waterway. Ironically, Icardi died of a sudden seizure. Trying to take more money than you can carry will only lead to your own downfall. Seems like an expensive lesson.
What about the other leaders of the resistance? Margala and Aruka. You're saying they had nothing to do with it?
Yes.
Anyway, we're taking Yuma with us. You got no problem with that, right? My terrifying kitten.
So spread the bombs.
Alrighty, gang. Looks like we're free to go.
Yes!
The Peacekeeper lady's still staring at me. Maybe she's in love with me.
I don't know about that.
Now that we've handed over the resistance, the rest is up to the Peacekeepers. Come on, everyone. Let's go!
I think this solves the case for the time being. Another person died. No. I committed murder.
You're a serial killer.
Just because he committed a crime doesn't make it right for me to kill him. He took advantage of Shachi's death, and I hunted him down without hesitation. And thanks to that, another life was lost.
Why do you look so sad? Are you always like this when you solve a case?
Huh? What?
Yuma, you weren't in the wrong. I think you did the right thing.
Huh?
You're leaving at the part where she doesn't know about your Mystery 11 bullshit, dude.
Even if others disagree, I will always say that you were right. So please, don't make that face.
Thank you, Kurumi. If you ask me if what I did was right or wrong, I don't think I was in the right.
That's not true, because...
But I don't need to be right. I need to have conviction.
Conviction?
The strength of a heart that refuses to yield, no matter the situation. Or maybe it's like a detective's creed. Something to guide me when I don't know what to do. It's something I don't have yet. I don't know where to turn when stuff like this happens.
It doesn't seem that way to me. Yuma, you saved me because you wanted to help someone, didn't you? And you got dragged into this mess because you wanted to help the resistance and the people in the slums.
I think we went past that gardening sign like 5 times.
That has nothing to do with being a detective. It's what any human would normally do.
Is that so? A detective with the conviction to do what any human would normally do is a wonderful thing. This is embarrassing, so I'll only say this once. Even if you deny it yourself, I believe you are in the right. That's why I hope you'll always be a detective.
That was close. But we managed this time around. Sheesh. Someone has been a huge troublemaker for us. Yuma, the way you keep dragging us into trouble is pure genius.
Oh, he's so flattering.
It wasn't a compliment.
Jeez, you're lucky we even noticed what happened.
Speaking of, where were you all? I searched all over town for you.
That's what I want to ask. I told you about the emergency meeting place for this sort of stuff.
No.
Meeting place? Huh?
The multi-purpose building where the detective agency used to be. I brought you there the day you arrived. Huh? I didn't tell you?
This is the first time I've heard about it.
Seriously? I see. Guess I forgot to mention it. Then again, you did arrive late to Kanai Ward. Yeah, that must be it. Yep.
Wait, you're just sweeping it under the rug? I was in a lot of trouble back there.
Sorry about that. Well, everyone's okay, so it's all good. Still, weren't you with him, Fubuki? I know I told you about the meeting place.
You expect Fubuki to remember anything?
Yep, I just remembered right now.
Figures. Well, I'm glad to see you're safe too, Fubuki.
Still, I'm surprised you weren't fooled by the bomb threat and saw the real motive was the bank robbery.
That's because a certain sleepyhead woke up today. We arrived at the truth this time thanks to Vivia's investigation.
You did something for once?
So that unmotivated, anemic vampire helped?
I was just lucky. I noticed the abnormal water levels. Saw the hydroelectric power plant's drainage channel from above.
From above?
I just happened to see it from a bird's eye view. Observation is the foundation to being a detective. To a detective, the act of deduction is like a game. And the truth is what a detective desires. Like a precious stone, it's something I'd desire if I stared at it too long. So, dreaming about it is enough for me. Because it's a pain in the ass.
I have no idea what he's talking about. Do you?
At the very least, his statements aren't really based on logic.
I want to die someday.
He's incomprehensible as usual, but it's amazing how he solved the case by himself.
Hey, Master? This guy is...
What is it?
Never mind. Maybe it's my imagination.
Is this foretaste poking you?
Anyway, that solves it. Now we should... Whoa, what? I thought we were done here!
Hey, sewer rats.
You! Yomi Hellsmile, director of the Peacekeepers! What is he doing here?
Damn. How did the city end up like this? Why are a bunch of terrorists getting in our way? Why is Kanai Ward being destroyed? I was finally able to guide this foolish city down the right path. I keep saying I'll teach these fools what law and order is all about. But now, there's another bunch who defy me, disrupting the peace in the city! Hey! Why is that? When will peace finally come to this place?
Now, I understand you're irritated, but let's all relax for a second.
So what do you want with us?
Hand over that terrorist immediately. Otherwise, you will all receive the death penalty.
Huh? Death penalty?
When you say terrorist, you mean Yuma? Because that issue has been resolved already.
No, he planted the bombs.
Regardless of who the mastermind is,
The fact of the matter is, he planted bombs around the city.
Yep.
You think you can just plead ignorance? Even small crimes cannot go unpunished. That is the meaning of justice.
No, but he...
Chief, let me go.
Don't get hasty. This is just an excuse to capture you.
But at this rate, everyone here will be arrested.
I've already told you that self-sacrifice is worthless here. I can neutralize them all in under 25 seconds.
Knock it off, Halara. How many of us would also die in that same amount of time?
If things go bad, then I will turn back time.
If you get taken out first, it's the end for all of us. I won't make such a dangerous bet.
Then what do we do? Everyone's gonna get killed at this rate!
If I turn myself in, at least everyone else will be spared. The rest is up to you guys.
Yuma! Master, it is too dangerous to let yourself get captured by them! Let's just turn tail and flee! Even if you're the only one who escapes!
I won't abandon them!
Keep letting everyone take advantage of you!
Wait, Yuma. In that case, I'll go with you.
What are you saying? You have nothing to do with this, Chief.
Don't be dumb. I'm the chief of the Nocturnal Detective Agency, and you're one of my detectives. It's only right for me to take responsibility.
All right, filthy maggots. Are you done playing around? You'll reconsider your beliefs after a single night. Once you go through my torture, not only will you sell out your friends, you'll beg me to kill them to save yourself.
I can reduce it to 20 seconds. Mizuhiko, Livia, please look after the others.
I guess we have to do this.
This is such a pain. Where has my peace and quiet gone?
Freeze! If you resist, you'll be executed on the spot.
Stay back! Don't touch my master!
How are we getting out of this one?
What's going on?
Director Yomi! Something is falling from the sky!
Oh. This here.
Huh?
Hey, Makoto.
It's the masked man.
Oh my. Even though we're friends, you've already forgotten my name? I'm Makoto Kagutsuchi. What is it? Oh, you want to know about this hot air balloon? Cool, huh? I flew here from the tower.
From the tower?
Uh-oh.
What do you want?
Hello, Yomi. I'll take care of the rest, so you can leave now.
You intend to let these criminals run free? Just because you're the CEO of Amaterasu doesn't give you free reign to disrupt Kanai Ward's peace.
I called it. He's either high up or CEO.
Amaterasu CEO? Is this weird guy in a mask?
Hey, Yuma, where did you meet such a big shot?
It just sorta happened?
Hello, detectives. This is the first time we've met. Besides, huh? You want to know why I'm wearing this mask? Well, I was born a prince in a certain nation, but while still young, I was dragged into a revolution.
Different backstory.
The nation was overthrown and the royal family had their titles stripped away. My family was killed. I was the only one spared. The revolutionaries imprisoned me because they had other plans. I was forced to wear a mask to conceal my face. That mask was designed to never come off. And now, the mask has become my face.
He's talking way too long and none of it sounds true at all!
Yeah.
His story changed from last time.
I didn't ask about your history. Hand them over.
Yomi, I don't want to quarrel with you here. I really would hate for things to escalate. Just this once. May I ask you to withdraw? Please.
You get one. There won't be a second. As for you sewer rats, you best be prepared. The next time you catch my eye, there will be no mercy. If you don't like it, go back to the sewers.
Phew! That clears my vision up. There were too many people for me to see behind this mask. Now that things are all resolved, let's walk home.
Hey, wait a minute!
Guessing we're near the end of this chapter here.
Seems like a lot has happened since we first met. The look on your face has changed.
I doubt I could grow taller in such a short time, but a lot has happened. Are you really the CEO of Amaterasu, sir?
No need for formalities. Call me Makoto. And yes, it's true.
That means you're the top-ranking person at Amaterasu Corporation, right?
I guess you could put it that way.
I thought he worked there, but who could have guessed he was so high up the ladder?
You said you wanted to stop the Peacekeepers, but don't you have the authority to dismiss them yourself?
A company isn't that simple. One careless act, and I'd be the one dismissed. The power in Amaterasu Corporation is currently imbalanced and very fragile. At this rate, it won't be long until they control everything, besides me.
I see.
If you want to strike the Peacekeepers, you must gather all the firepower you can and take them out in a single shot. Anything less will be like cutting off a lizard's tail. Yomi is the Peacekeeper's heart and brain. He'll be unscathed. If I could gather evidence of his evil actions, I'd declare his exile publicly for the world to see. In any case, you can speak to me when you require help. I'll run to your aid with my awesome hot air balloon. Or shall I say fly? The Peacekeepers may have me beat in numbers, but my love for Kanai Ward rivals them.
Right.
Well, I'll excuse myself now.
Hey, hold on! There's still more we need to go over.
I'm sorry, but it's time for prayer. I pray for Kanai Ward's peace across all districts. I pray each hour of the day, so I am rather busy. I must hurry back.
He doesn't intend on taking us seriously.
Oh, by the way, you should check out where your agency used to be.
Huh? Why?
It's a surprise.
Sounds kinda shady, but I guess I can play along. We have nowhere to go right now anyway.
I guess there's a reason for him saving us, but I don't think he has really good intentions. I think he might be the homunculi just because of the mask. I think it's part of his face. I think it is his face. I think he's like some weird like lab-grown mutant. Oh, you got it. That's rebuilt. You got the submarine rebuilt.
Kidding me? It's completely back to normal. Is this the CEO's true power?
His cursed powers have conjured a submarine.
Whoa! My agency!
I can't be genuinely happy about this. It may be bugged to eavesdrop on us.
True.
Is my beautiful bed of peace and quiet still there? If not, then let me die.
Chief, there's a letter here. Looks like it's from Makoto.
How is this place back in perfect order? That makes no sense.
Let's see what it says.
To the detectives of the Nocturnal Detective Agency. This is my gift to you for solving this case. It is proper payment for your work, so please accept it. The souls of Kanai Ward's residents are with you. Their war carries on. I have high hopes for you all. From the highest point in Kanai Ward, with love, Makoto Kagutsuchi.
High hopes? Why would the CEO of Amaterasu say that about us? Well, he did ask us to accept this, so I guess we'll take the submarine.
He must be planning to manipulate us in the power struggle for the company. Ugh, this will come at a high price.
Also, he had an odd face for someone who is supposedly a CEO.
No, that was clearly a mask.
It could be his face.
A mask? What is that?
How are you still alive, Fubuki?
Where do I even begin? Yuma, you take care of this.
No, I've been babysitting her this whole time. You take care of it.
Me?
I'll explain it. Fubuki, so a mask is...
Wait, why did you follow us here? Don't you know this is our top secret detective agency?
Yo, why are you here?
Don't sweat the small stuff. Besides, an informant is practically a detective anyway. Right, Yuma?
Huh?
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding me. You two still have the hots for each other. Well, I guess it's fine. I support you. You're a fully Desuhiko-approved couple.
Why do we need your approval?
Wait, a couple? But he's alone! Master is far too young for this.
That's probably the most truthful thing you said so far, Shinigami. Oh.
Oh, I just
I
remembered.
think you can see her.
When I was watching from above, a resident said something that was rather concerning.
You said above again. What does that even mean?
Sorry, Yuma. I'm so tired I don't want to talk more than I need to.
All right, let's focus on the important information. What did you hear that concerned you?
It's about that homunculus research.
I think people are talking about it on the street now, apparently.
I wonder what information he got. Anyway, let's speak with Vivia.
The resident is an old man. He used to work for Amaterasu Corporation. According to him, something happened 10 years ago. Amaterasu set up a secret lab somewhere in Kanai Ward to conduct their homunculus research. That lab still exists. Somewhere.
A secret lab for homunculus research?
Probably underwater.
That sounds super shady. It's exactly what we're looking for.
Looks like we need to search for that lab to figure out Kanai Ward's ultimate secret.
I like how Lara's taking this serious. I bring up homunculi research, she's like, nah, it couldn't be true. Vivia does it, it's like, okay, well, this is definitely a fact now.
Very well.
Good
I
job,
shall
Vivia.
personally go and find this secret lab.
Good luck.
I'll help too. After all, I am Kanai Ward's greatest informant.
All right. Kurumi, I need you to keep the reins on Yuma so he doesn't get in trouble again.
You got it. Now, let's go investigate, Yuma.
Oh, looks like we got ourselves a designated wrangler.
But, hey!
You don't have my permission for this, you know.
I see. So, that's the cursed Book of Death.
Oh, he does.
It's dangerous. Very dangerous. So dangerous, it could destroy Kanai Ward, or even the world.
What? Uh-oh.
I must do something.
Cut your wrists? Why are you carrying a razor blade with you, dude? Alright, that's the end of the chapter. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it an episode here, you guys. Let's go ahead and save it. Save, yes.
The past that should have been completely sealed. The crime that should have been completely sealed. When that gate opens up, the past will have its revenge on the future. Eventually, after a restful slumber, the end of the world arrives. The end of the world I believed in.
Alright. I'm thinking I'm gonna call that episode here. A little next chapter interview be the preview of it. Thanks for anyone coming out and watching. I will be back at a later date with more of this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you later.